Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation on cloud computing proposal. My name is Dun. Our agenda for today is as follows. I will give you a brief summary on our presentation and then an introduction to cloud computing and what are the advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing. And then we'll go through the analysis of our business requirements along with SWOT analysis. And finally, we jump to our conclusion. So what I am proposing today for in this presentation is to move our infrastructure to the cloud instead of expanding our current infrastructure in our on-premise data center. The reason is that cloud computing provide us with many benefits. So the key benefits are there's no capex or capital expenses in cloud computing. And cloud computing also provide agility, availability, flexibility, and scalability. We'll go through these in details in the next slides. And and also how we can move our environment to the cloud. So we have our database server, Linux server, and our NAS and SAN storage. These can be hosted in the cloud environment very effectively and um, flexible. Sorry. A brief introduction to cloud computing. Um, um, as we are already use on-premise data center, we can consider it as a private cloud environment. In the private cloud environments, we are responsible for every component of our data center, include data center facility, networking, storage, servers, hypervisor, VMs, and the operating system database application running on it. Compared to the cloud, um, the three most popular cloud model are infrastructure as a service, IaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, and software as a service, SaaS. In the infrastructure as a service, the customer are responsible only for the operating system, database, or the application and data running on the cloud environment. And platform as a service where the customer is only responsible for application and the data running on it. And with software as a service, we are only responsible for the data. And the rest are under the control of the cloud provider compared to the on-premise data center. You can compare this to electricity, for example. The consumer only pay for what they are using on a monthly basis. So compared to the cloud environment, we only pay for what we are using. On so like they can have in monthly fee or in you can reserve the resource for a year where the price will be much cheaper, for example. um, Cloud computing provides us many advantages. For example, there's no upfront investment in data center. We don't have to heavily invest in the building of the data center facilities. And the agility, because cloud computing provides a pay-as-you-go model where you can easily add more resources and as needed. And also cloud will provide us with the availability because they have multiple data center around the world. Scalability, where we can easily scale up or down dependent on our business needs. And flexibility, where we can decommission or commission in our resource very easily compared to on-premise, where we can very hard to decommission the hardware or hard disk, for example. On the other hand, cloud computing also have disadvantages. The two most concerns are the security risks and the data privacy. Because so the cloud environment's nature is multi-tenancy. So when one security breach happen, it can affect multiple tenants or subscribers. Also, the privacy is also under the responsibility of in the cloud environment. There are maybe multiple parties, working under the cloud provider. So these are the disadvantages of cloud computing, as we can see, the two most concern. So for our infrastructure, we have um, 20 database servers and about 200 Linux servers, also 200 terabytes in object storage and 500 terabyte NAS storage, 1000 terabyte in SAN storage. And with this requirements, and I have calculate the benefit moving to cloud using the AWS TCO calculator. As you can see, with this tool, we can save 64% a year. And in 3 years, the total saving would be more than 6 millions. And for SWOT analysis, so we have our strengths. The company is already using the private cloud, so our IT staff can easily adapt the cloud environment operation. And for the opportunities, so we can provide our business globally and also very quickly. And we can reduce our data center facilities cost. For the weaknesses, because our application is not tested on public cloud environment yet, so it will need some time, or the software team we need to modify it. So that's what we don't know yet. And for the migration can take longer time due to the amount of our storage. And also the threats that we can have is when we provide the service to different country, the data protection laws may be different between countries to country, and it can be very restrictive. So for in conclusion, we moving to the cloud will help our company reduce the expensive data center investment costs, as well as increasing our company capabilities to roll out the new services very effectively and quickly. Um, so instead of moving everything to the cloud at once, we can try moving to migrate to the cloud using the hybrid topology, where we can move in a part of our hybrid, part of our workload to the cloud, to see and have an overview of the performance and getting our staff familiar with the operating the cloud environments. And with the time, we can reduce our investment in the data center and moving our workload to the cloud. And thank you for listening to my presentation.